Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I surprised you with that one.
How are you?
I've just been wanting to say that. I'm sure I've said that once before and I feel really silly about it. But for real though, welcome back to another episode of It's Not That Hard. I'm Kristina.
And I'm Anushka. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at It's Not That Hard Podcast.
Each week we discuss dating, celeb gossip, anything else we feel like talking about. Thank you so much for listening.
Today's topic is about bachelor parties.
Oh my God,
and
I'm
we
so
are
excited.
thrilled.
Okay, so let's get into it. But first, we have to discuss the blue elephant in the room.
Yes, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm sure you'll notice a little something different about me. My hair is blue.
It is fucking bomb.
And not just like kind of blue, it's like
blue AF. It looks so good. So what inspired this decision?
Honestly, I was just bored.
Yeah,
I wanted to do pink because I was like, oh yeah, how like pretty and fun for summer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got there and my colorist was like, no, you can't do pink because it's gonna turn your hair orange. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
great. And she was like, how about blue? And I was like, okay.
Are girls
Sure.
ever satisfied with their hair?
No.
No, right?
I'm constantly bored. I mean, it's not like permanent. It's gonna go back to normal, but
Right.
I just need
that's
to do
the good thing with
something.
those colors. That's like me too. Like I had my hair pink for 2 years pretty much. And then I went to super blonde, and then the last time I did like a coppery thing, but like the whole time that I had pink hair, I was kind of like, every time somebody had blonde hair, I was so jealous and I wanted my blonde hair back. Now that I don't have pink hair, I want my pink hair back.
Yeah.
Now I want blue hair. Like, can we just both have blue hair? Can you imagine? We would get made fun of all over the place.
Yeah, of course.
If we both had blue
I'm
hair.
sure people would take clips of us.
Plus, it works on your skin tone so well, and I would look crazy. But it looks really good. I love the change.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that.
Wait, actually, could we talk about something that confuses me so much? And I think that you'll know the answer to this, because what I've realized is there's only a 3-year age gap between us, but there's so many things that you get that I just don't get. Like, what is hot girl summer? What is city girl summer?
Oh my God, right, because that was my Instagram caption.
Yeah.
Hot girl summer originated, I believe, from Megan Thee Stallion, who I'm sure you have no idea who that is. She's a female rapper, and she has a song called Hot Girl. I'm pretty sure that's where it started.
Okay.
But it's just about like living your best life, like.
And what's city
just
girl
being a
summer?
bad bitch. They're the same thing.
Because
not really a difference.
I'm sweaty girl summer. I don't know how to put on sunscreen, so I have sunburn on one arm summer.
If you like look at the memes on Twitter, it's all like Megan tweeted and she was like, come on ladies, like it's still hot girl summer, and everyone was like, but Megan, it's sad girl summer.
It is sad girl
It's hard out
summer.
here.
It is so hard. It is hot girl summer. It is I don't wear shorts because my legs rub together summer.
Right. It actually, again, if you're watching us on YouTube, you'll see that probably for the first time ever we're both bare-faced.
We look like fetuses.
Like no makeup.
I couldn't do it today.
I've had a hard week. We went to a different cycling place, will not name, in our city, and it was just
it wasn't great. Like I have
really
3
just took it out of
classes.
me.
So I did a Groupon for this place and I get 4 classes. I'm really hoping that I like it better next time. And I got 4 classes. Anushka took advantage of that you can go for free the first time that you go. Just so you know, I have 3 classes left on this place, but I still paid to go to Soul Cycle that I'm going to later today because it really is the best and I get why people pay for it. So let's talk about that experience.
Listen, there were things that I liked about it that I thought were better. But mainly I think it was just the instructor. I felt like I was like pledging a sorority and I was being yelled at.
It was
like she was like screaming at the class.
You know what it was? It was too try hard. It was very.
It
she
was
was like,
really
keep going,
intense.
keep going.
And then towards the end,
fuck yeah, boot that ass, and it was just
right.
It was
like
very
towards the end,
uncomfortable.
she was like moaning, like just like groaning, like sex.
And she was like
fuck is
hot,
going on?
like good for her. She was like
she was
super hot.
And then and she was like just really into it, like clapping her hands out of nowhere. And then all of a sudden, like just when you think you're doing great, she'll be like, shut the fuck up.
And I don't even think anyone was talking.
Right, no one was saying anything. It was so weird. And then the music was weird. Like I felt like I was like at a rave or like down at the shore, like bar.
Oh, speaking of,
Yes.
We're going to the shore later. So I have to go for my best friend's birthday, and it really is a little bit of a trek now for me to get there where I live.
That's far.
It is, but like either way, I'm happy to go because I love going to this place. For any of you who have never been to DJs, I don't care if you live in California, like you need to go at least one time. And you've
I've
never
never
been. Oh my god.
I was never like a shore person.
I am embarrassed with how much of a shore person I was.
I'm
And
excited though.
it is so much fun. This place is not like what you see on the Jersey Shore.
Well, I was talking to my boyfriend about it, and Dan was like, "Make sure you don't get roofied." I was like,
No,
"Oh,
I've
shit."
never felt in danger there. It's
Okay.
not like,
Well,
yeah,
I'm
there's,
excited.
I mean, there are plenty of Guidos. Like, it wouldn't be the shore if it wasn't,
Yeah,
but it's
that's true.
genuinely just such a good time. I can only go, now that I'm, approaching 30, I feel like I can only go on a Sunday afternoon.
Mhm.
It's literally the best. I'm so excited.
Kristina's gonna be DD, so
Yes.
we'll see how that goes.
Yes, I will be driving, so I don't know. If you are embarrassing yourself in the car on the way home, like I am putting up stories on our Instagram. Like it's happening.
All right, fine. Well, you'll hear all
my
about it
God.
next week, I
Yeah,
guess.
I say, you know what? Let's story from our Instagram today. So you guys
Yeah,
will
so you
probably
guys
see
can,
that by
you know.
the time you listen to this.
Maybe
Because
I'll do a get ready. Could you imagine?
get ready with me to go to the Jersey Shore, and then she's
Jersey
gonna put
Shore
on like
vlog.
dark brown lip liner with frosted nude lipstick.
Right.
Just put bronzer all over your face.
We'll vlog our experience, baby.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I was kind of hoping that, so today is a Sunday and this episode is going to go up on Tuesday, 2 days from now. I was really hoping that we would both be free tomorrow to podcast. This way we could recap it, but we can still recap it for you guys. We'll post, I'm sure, by the time you listen to this, you'll see what's
follow
going
us on
on.
Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean, by then, I guess you would have seen it. But
This will be
follow
a complete
anyway.
different experience than our, I guess our last episode. Yeah, when we went out to dinner the night before 4th of July and literally talked ourselves into that at 10. Yeah. And, designated driver over here, but it'll still be fun because we love the music.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we should just get into the topic,
Yes.
right?
Bachelor parties. We'll touch on bachelorette parties too.
Yeah, but it's
Not
just,
as much.
there's a
but-
world of a difference.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
I am obsessed with this topic.
Mm-hmm.
We had some of you DM us and we have just
Yeah.
some stories, but I kind of wanted to, there's so much to talk about. I kind of just think that sometimes bachelor parties specifically are so out of control. Like the things that
Yeah.
guys do just like are crazy
I know.
to me. Have you been on a bachelorette party yet?
No, never.
Not yet. Okay.
But
So-
I can't imagine it's that different from like a girl's trip.
Right.
Like,
So,
pretty tame.
right. I think that mature people who are happy with their lives
Yeah.
go on bachelor or bachelorette parties, and it's a great excuse to go on a girls' trip or a guys' trip with your friends. Because as you get older, everybody has jobs and significant others, and it's hard to come up with
A
similar
reason to
time.
like all get together.
Right. So
That's true.
any of the bachelorette parties that I've been on, I've only been on one that's like where you fly and you go away, and then the other two have been kind of more local,
Mhm.
right? So it's like it's a great excuse to just go away. Girls go on bachelorette parties for the pictures.
Yeah.
Literally,
And guys
for,
go on it. Actually, I was talking to my friend about this, and he basically was like, guys go on bachelor parties not for the groom, but for everyone else that just wants to do whatever the fuck they want.
right. So it's like girls will
They
go.
were like, the groom can't even enjoy any of it.
Girls go for Instagram.
Yeah.
Literally, girls go to be seen
I
in a
like my whole
bikini on
life
a
for
boat.
Instagram.
Right. So that's what girls do, and I feel like guys will go away and it's for them to feel cool, and like girls think that
Right.
they're cute again, which is like super annoying. So
Actually, one of the things that I was like DM'd or whatever was that like they were like, yeah, we were a group of like late 20s, early 30s guys, and it was just cool to like get out, and like we all had thought we like reached our peak a long time ago, but it was cool to like be out and like get hit on all night by girls. Like it was such a like good feeling to be
Right.
like, yeah, we still got it. Like
right,
I was
like that's
kinda,
fun.
That's kind of nice.
It's a
Like,
nice excuse to go to a club when you're like in your 30s.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
When you like have enough money to actually enjoy it.
That
you know
is-
what I mean?
it's
That's
so
really what it is.
Funny. That is so funny because it's really true. Like, I
That's
mean,
so true.
who can afford like a bottle?
When they're like 21 years old.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you're like in your late 20s, early 30s, you have enough money to like really enjoy a club.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Especially because by then, like, especially young, like, guys will always go for younger girls. Like, any guy that's on a bachelor party and they're single, like, whenever you get bottles at a club, like, girls will always just come and swarm to you.
Always.
So,
It's literally like going away as a girl is so different from being a guy. I can at least, you know, feel bad for that.
yeah.
So, first, I think that I want to just go through. I pulled up this list. It was according to a Bro Bible article from last year. I've heard of Bro Bible, but obviously there's no reason for me to read it until now. So he posted the top 12 bachelor party locations for people who live in the U.S. And I would say that it's really the same as like the locations that like bachelor parties go on for the most part.
Although I will say there's literally the list that we have pulled up. There's only one place on here that I would consider going.
Really?
Miami. That's the only
okay,
one.
that's where I went. So
that's the only one.
So number 12 is Atlantic City. So
I think because we live here, it's like.
But here's what I can tell you: it is if you live on the East Coast, or if you live in the tri-state area, or anywhere near New Jersey, if you're having a destination wedding and your friends already have to pay to go away, it's a decent place to go so that you can still spend the night in a hotel and go to a club and have a nice dinner, but not go fly somewhere.
Yeah,
it's not the worst.
True.
It's not the worst.
Terrible. The one after is Cancun, which is like a no for me. Just because, like, I went to Rutgers and every year for spring break, everyone would go to Cancun. So, like, I can't imagine going there for a bachelor party.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I get about that is, like, if you getting a place with an all-inclusive is, like, a really easy thing for everybody to do.
You gotta, like, find one that's a little more adult, though, so that you're not surrounded by, like, teenagers.
Yeah, I agree with you. You can't go during spring break time.
Right.
But also, like, I'm afraid to go to any of these all-inclusives since they put formaldehyde in the drinks or something. Like, everybody's fucking dying when they go away now.
I didn't know that.
You didn't see any of that?
No, I didn't read about that.
Oh,
that's
my
crazy.
God. Like, it's not formaldehyde. I'm literally making things up. But in the Dominican Republic, a bunch of people died, like, last month.
Holy shit.
It was in articles last month from, you know, over the past few months or year that people were going away and, like, dying from their trip because the alcohol was tormented with or something.
Tampered?
Tormented with. Hello. So yeah, anyway, so then number 10 was New York. I literally don't, okay, if you live somewhere that isn't New York, I can understand wanting to go to New York City, but be prepared to spend so much money and
like not have that much fun.
It's a cool trip, but it's like a trip that you go on.
It's a cool trip though, because how much is there actually to do in New York?
Okay, we're not
we
tourists.
Just go out.
Yeah, but we're not tourists, so we don't get it. Like, I can understand. There are people who take trips to New York and literally just want to like go walk under the Brooklyn Bridge and stuff, but I see that more as like a couple's trip. Okay, number 9 is Costa Rica.
I've actually been to Costa Rica and I hated it.
I find that girls don't go to Costa Rica and guys do. And when I was reading this article, I kid you not, one of the things that he said there was that you can go out in Costa Rica and you can bed a girl, a hot girl, for cheaper than buying a table at a club. You can probably solidify a threesome. I'm like, why is that the goal when going on a bachelor party? Why can't you just go on vacation with your friends and have a normal time? I remember, it was so funny, a group of guys that I know went on a bachelor party to Costa Rica, and one of the guys I was really friendly with at the time, and I don't know if he was really drunk and accidentally sent it to me, or he just needed people to know that he was cool or something. And so all I see on Snapchat, he sends me a Snapchat, and it's guys sitting at like an island in a kitchen. They must have did like an Airbnb, a house they rented, and an island of a kitchen, and 2 naked girls standing on top of the island, and they were just like dancing around with no tops on and like pouring liquor in the guys' mouths and stuff.
That's so. You know what? I get it. Like,
okay,
if you're a groom, like,
right?
You don't.
So right. I want to, after we go through the list, I kind of want to go through after like why I think these things happen and what's okay and what's not. After that is Iceland. I don't think that's anything to talk about. My thing is, it's a cool, but my thing is, it's a cool trip to go on. If you're not a club person, if you want to just go on a cool trip.
It would be fun to go, just to go. Not like as a bachelor party.
Whatever. Nashville, so much fun.
Yeah, a lot of
So
people
much
really
fun.
love
That to me makes, it's one of the things that make the most sense because it's not surrounded by, like, I don't know about you, but I'm at the point where I cannot drink for 3-4 days on end anymore. Like, it hurts.
yeah, me
It's
too.
not as much fun. So if there's places where you can really like go out and get good food and like go around, sightsee, things like that, I think that's a great trip. But either way, Nashville is literally so much fun. I don't even like country music, and it is so much fun. Austin,
That
okay.
supposed to have like a great bar scene.
No, it's great. Wait, Austin or Nashville?
Austin.
So Austin is the one right after Nashville. The thing, so it's just so funny to me because this guy's article, I get it. He's a guy. It's part of his thing that he's going to talk about girls, blah blah. He was talking about how all the girls in Austin are so hot. Like, there's hot girls everywhere. Literally, if you look hard enough.
New York.
Also, but
All
there's
over
just
the place.
literally hot girls everywhere. I think there are more hot girls on this planet than guys.
Oh,
Because,
absolutely.
you know, it's easier for us to make ourselves look hot when really, you know, look at the YouTube. We look like fetuses today, but you've seen our Instagrams.
You've seen our Instagrams.
We clean up
you can
well.
see what we do with makeup.
Charleston was number 5.
Nothing to do
Whatever.
out there.
New Orleans, duh.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I went to New Orleans
I've
during
actually-
Mardi Gras.
I've never been. My boyfriend, he goes every other year on like a huge boys trip
Yeah.
to New Orleans. Like, and not just a boys trip. Like, there's like guys that go on this trip together that are like 50 years old. Like, they're
That's
like
so
a huge
funny.
boys trip. And he was telling me that like it's every other year because the other year all the girls go.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Okay.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
So,
it's fun either way. whether
yeah,
it's a bachelor
New
party or
Orleans is a
not.
great place to go. I feel like it's one of those where things can get really rowdy and, like, yeah, you could see a bunch of like topless girls and it not be like a sexualized thing. It's
Yeah,
more
it's more
funny.
funny.
It's for the fun. I don't think that people really do that anymore, though. I went to New Orleans during Mardi Gras in 2015.
Mhm.
I saw one pair of tits. Phones. You can't have fun anymore. Phones ruined it for everybody. I mean, I wasn't showing mine. I don't want those on the internet. Okay. Here, this is what I can tell you. The next one, number 3, is Montreal. I do not believe in restricting your partner, telling them what to do, what not to do. If your guy wants to go to Montreal for his bachelor party, do some research because
Really?
literally
Why? I would think it's not that fun. Is it crazy?
the strippers eat each other out on stage.
Alright. well,
Okay, so we'll get into a story time. I was gonna save this for after the list, but it makes sense now. So there is somebody that I know, married, great husband, great father, but he and his friends have gone to Montreal, I think a couple of times now, for a bunch of different bachelor parties. So literally the girls eat each other out on stage, and the whole stripper situation is not like normal strippers. I don't know if you can do this everywhere. I'm sure that you can, but literally like paying for strippers to go in limos, to like go with them places, to hang out at the house that they're at all day long, to play beer
Yeah.
pong with them.
That's a thing. One of my friends was telling me that he was on a bachelor party, and actually, well, they didn't pay them. Apparently, one of the guys like met a stripper on Tinder, and then the stripper brought all of her stripper friends, and they just hung out with them all day.
Right.
And like hung out.
And it's
I
so
was like,
funny
how
that
random.
guys need to spend money to feel cute.
You know what I don't understand? Why strippers? Why don't you just go to a club, meet some cute girls, and then hang out with them?
Well,
You know
because
what
the
I
girls
mean?
aren't gonna have their tops off,
Yeah.
or it's not guaranteed they will.
Right.
You
It's
never
not
know.
guaranteed.
Number 2 is Miami, and I think Miami is the absolute best
Yeah.
idea
I
for
think, like, for me, I
bachelor
would want to do
bachelorette
it.
parties. It's the best. Here's what I can tell you. Miami is great if you are a couple, if you're on a girls trip, a guys trip, if you have a family. It's literally the absolute best
for
vacation.
everything.
It's so
You know
so
why? 'Cause
good.
it's like you can have fun and you can get a little ratchet, but you can also like do
Right.
really classy dinners. Like,
Go see some art.
yeah, there's so many things you could do there.
It's the best because it's
Aside
like
from just
it's
getting
just
drunk
like
every night.
it's just classy. Like
Also,
you could be wasted and
I
it's
will
still
say
classier.
this: the strip clubs in Miami are incredible.
Well, yeah.
I love the strip
Did you
clubs
go to
in Miami.
11 while
I
you
went to
were there?
11, and I loved
Yes.
it.
And
I
that-
had the best
yes.
time of my life.
Okay, so the first night that we were in Miami for my best friend's bachelorette party, we went to 11, and her husband now, but him and his friends, I think they went to 11 maybe twice while they were on his bachelor
Yeah.
party, because it's a club and you can still see like girls. They're like, you know, they're you know, stripping and they're on the pole and they're having a good time, but it's so like fun in there. And it's like, yeah, you can pay for girls to dance and do all that stuff, and you can still get that whole experience. But it's also like a club, and like just regular girls go there too, just for fun. Like,
the
music is
really fun.
Yeah, it's so much fun. And then Vegas is number one, which is obvious.
Like, obvious.
It's so obvious, but you've never been to Vegas, have you?
No, I've never been to Vegas. I wanted to go. A bunch of my friends actually went for like a boys trip recently, and I wanted to go, and then I was banned from going, even though I was invited.
Well, because it was a boys trip.
Whatever. The point is, I'm just as fun as any guy would be.
Well, I agree with that.
I just wanted to go, but I'm glad I didn't, because my friend told me that it was like the most boring boys trip he's been on.
Right.
So, whatever. Could have been more fun if I was there.
Right. I don't know. I think that Vegas is the best.
I think it depends on what you're doing, though.
Vegas
I feel like you have to do like what, like the phone parties. That's what everyone just does all the time.
Phone parties.
Yeah, like the pool parties.
There's no phone.
I've heard there's phone.
Well, I didn't go to a phone party while I was in Vegas. Vegas is the best. Here's what I like about Vegas. I'm a day drinker.
Yeah.
The pool parties
are I like to drink during the day too.
And like, you don't have to feel, the thing with Vegas that's cool is like, you don't have to feel like I went to, the only pool party really in Miami is SLS, the High Beach at SLS. I liked it there. I just didn't think that like the music was that great and that like the pool was really small.
Yeah.
There weren't really people in the pool for the most part that they were there. When I went to Vegas, it's like you just want to be in the pool the whole time. It's so much fun.
I will say though, if you're going to Vegas on a bachelor trip, be prepared to spend a shit ton of money.
Yeah, so girls spend no money and guys spend a ton of money.
So much money in Vegas.
Yeah. So when it comes to Vegas, it's like the flight and hotel could be really cheap, but then going out at night can cost you so much money.
Yeah.
It can cost you so much money.
Yeah, because you have to get like tables there.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. I don't know.
That's interesting.
Bachelor parties just
pretty crazy.
Kind of freak me out.
I'll tell you, one of the DMs I got, and this is literally like the funniest thing I've ever read in my life. He was like, yeah, this isn't that crazy, but like pretty funny. He's like, on my own bachelor trip, like we went to a strip club and we were hanging out with the strippers after. And he was like, at the end of the night, I ended up having to fuck one of them with a strap on attached to my head, and we called it the Rhino.
Oh my god.
And I was like, this is the best thing I've ever read in my life. I don't even know that I would be mad if I found out my husband did that.
Wait, could we,
like,
could we go through this? Why did he have to?
I don't know. I'm sure it was like, I don't know. They probably just forced him to do it. It's like, yeah, you know how guys are like, dude, you're gonna be married in a month. Don't you want to fucking do this? Like,
here's my thing. I don't care if it was your own dick, or I don't care if it was strap-on on your head. Why are you pleasuring another woman on your bachelor party? I mean, I'm sure she didn't get much pleasure, but like, oh god. Like, I try not to judge a sex worker, but like, Jesus, what is that?
You know what though? I have to wonder. So, okay, how like far do you think you would be fine with your fiance going before you're mad at him for something he did on this bachelor trip?
Okay, so
I think I draw the line at like a lap dance.
Yeah, a lap dance. There's nothing else that should be happening.
Yeah.
A lap dance. And a lap dance should be like funny. You know what I mean?
Just nothing where there's like fluids exchanging on any part of anyone's body.
Well, you shouldn't be like grabbing a tit either. Like, don't.
That I'm okay with. You know, like you're getting a lap dance, you want to hold a tit. It is what it is. But like, you know, I don't want her tongue in your mouth.
Yeah, no, that shouldn't
like,
be happening at all.
Because primarily for safety reasons.
Right.
Like, what if you contract something? I don't know.
Also, here's my thing. I don't want. Okay, I'm fine with my boyfriend watching porn. Like, girls watch porn. Everybody watches porn. It's not that big of a deal. Like, that I'll never understand, like, why people get so angry with porn. Unless somebody has, like, an addiction to porn, or unless they're,
it's, like, affecting your dating life.
Right. Like, because I think that, like, this is a whole other topic, but, like, young people watching porn, especially, like, young men, I think that some of the degrading things they can bring into the bedroom and think it's normal to bring in. But porn is okay. Yeah. Porn is great.
I think,
however, live porn is not the same as watching it on your computer with you know, a bottle of Vaseline next to you.
I just think it's weird though that on like boys trips, guys will like go, like a group of guys will watch like two girls like eat each other out.
I had a DM. I had a
That's
DM
so
that
weird to me.
guys paid for a lesbian show.
So weird.
Okay,
Like
so
you're all sitting in a circle watching two girls go at it.
I've said this before. How do you sit next to your guy friend, watching two girls make out, touch each other, eat each other out with scissor? I don't know what the fuck these girls do in their lesbian shows. You watching them do. By the way, I'm sorry. I know the lesbians don't like really scissor.
Right.
Or maybe you do, I don't know. Somebody clarify that for me. I'm very curious.
Right.
But you're watching a lesbian show next to your friend. You cannot sit there and tell me that you're not getting aroused by this.
Right. Okay.
And that your friend is
But
next
this
to you
what I mean.
getting aroused.
Let's say you're on a bachelor trip, you're not the groom, you're single, you're going to a strip club and you pay for this, and you're by yourself. Fine, live your best life.
Right.
But why the fuck are 5 of you in a circle, like watching this happen, just like next to each other? Like, what are you doing?
Right, which leads me to believe,
It's weird.
and not even leads me to believe, I've heard plenty of things, which that's like, there are more things happening than just these guys watching these girls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Listen, if a girl wants to make more money, or what if the guy is really hot and they're really into it and they're like, fuck it, I'm gonna
they
sleep
just
with this
wanna do
guy.
it.
Right, like I just, it's so inappropriate. At the end of the day, I do think that no matter what, if somebody wants to do something, they're gonna do it.
Right. It's like, do what you want if you're single and you're on a bachelor trip and it's like your friend's trip. But
Right.
if you're the groom, if you're someone that's in a relationship, just like be respectful to your significant other. Like, don't use your trip as an excuse to do whatever you want.
Right, so
You know what I mean? Let's say your fiance tells you
mhm.
that this is like your free pass. Maybe still just don't do it. Like,
Oh my god,
you know
that's
what I
a
mean?
trap. That's a trap.
It's a trap.
You know what's so sad? It really is sad to
She's
me.
gonna ask you.
Like, right, like, yeah, we're joking around, but what's really sad is you're going on a bachelor or bachelorette party. It's usually like 1 to 3 months before you get married.
Yeah.
Why give your significant other, who you're going to be married to, that you're going to say vows to, why are you going to give them a reason to be upset and fight with you?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be worried about the person that you're with, you know, because it's like, I think that especially guys, because like I said, girls go on bachelorette parties for photos and to have fun and whatever. I haven't been on one yet where there's been like a lap dance or anything like that involved in it, but for guys, I almost feel like the single guys are being instigators a lot of the time.
for
So
sure.
it's really upsetting that even happens at all.
I mean, I'm not gonna, like, we're not generalizing everybody, because I have a bunch of friends that have been on bachelor trips and just like, they just go and they just have fun.
No,
like,
me too.
My boyfriend just went on one to Puerto Rico and I was like, tell me, what the fuck happened? And he was like, honestly, there's good nothing. Like, he was like, I
Right.
wish I could tell you more. He was like,
Right.
there's just nothing that happened. Like,
Exactly.
he was like, and he was only stayed for like half of it, but he was like, and even like other guys I talked to that went on that trip, they were like, yeah, it was just like, what up? Like, we like got a boat one day. I was like, okay.
Right, and my best friend's husband, him and his friends, it seems like they go on a bunch of bachelor parties, and it's like, yeah, the single guys are getting with girls, and of
Yeah.
course they're gonna bring girls over. We're all adults, like that's what happens. There's like guys and girls hanging out. It's what happens. You don't want to like cock block your single friend from having fun, but a lot of the time, this is what happens. So, Joe and I are together for about a year now. We've literally only been in one legit argument, and do you know what it was about?
What?
Bachelor parties. So, not that he wants to do, so Joe's actually never been on a bachelor party. The only friend of his who's gotten married didn't have one. It was, you know, like a very small, like the whole wedding process in general was very
Yeah.
small. So they didn't do a bachelor party. And I was telling him about someone I know, the one who was going to the Montreal party where they're having like all the strippers at the house and all this stuff. And I was just saying how, you know, I felt a little bad for my friend, because no matter what, you're worried. It doesn't matter. You could have so much trust in somebody and you're going to be worried because things happen. It's just like things happen. You hear horror stories and you could have all the trust in the world and still something can happen.
I think it's because like the few guys that do stupid shit ruin it for everybody
Right.
else.
So I'm telling
Because it's
yeah.
just giving it like a bad name.
Right. So I'm telling Joe about this, and he's like sticking up for my friend's husband, who he's never met before. And he's like, but I don't understand why she's worried if like she knows he's not going to do anything. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. We got into such an argument. But in the same respect, like when Joe hears about stuff like this, he's like, wait, are they all virgins? Like, I'm confused as to why this is so exciting for them to see a naked girl. Like, have you never seen a naked girl in your life?
That's so
like,
true.
Are you a virgin?
That's
What's the
so
problem?
true.
And if you
That's
are, then
so
yes,
funny.
you should be enjoying this. But why is it
then,
that
live your
there's
best
so much concentration on paying and like the amount of money that these guys spend? It's so upsetting.
Yeah.
Like the
that's
amount of
so
money that
true.
they're spending to have a naked girl, like you, especially the ones that are with people.
Wait,
you have a naked girl
I don't
literally at your
understand.
disposal at all times.
My friend was telling me that on one of the trips that he went on, one of the guys spent like $900 at a strip club.
Oh my
And
God.
he's single, fine. But it's like, the guy is like a good looking guy. Like, there's nothing wrong with him. He gets girls just fine, I'm sure. Why are you spending $900 for a stripper?
You know what it is?
Like,
It's that
I don't
feeling.
understand.
I think that there is. Think about how much guys like a chase. People in general like a chase. Think about how, like, I think that guys think they're gonna go into a strip club and they're just gonna like win
Yeah, that's
the
just
game.
not how it
Like
works.
it's and granted, like I said, the stripper or whatever, like whoever can think that you're really hot and just like want to hook up with you. But at the end of the day, it's their job to flirt with you and like touch you and whatever and make you feel excited and give you that like fantasy that they're actually going to hook up with you when they're
Yeah.
not.
I actually have a lot of respect for strippers. It's like, girls will go to bars and do this for free just to like flirt with guys and get free drinks. Like, you're getting paid for it. Like, good for you.
Right. I mean,
You know
honestly,
what I mean?
like I mean, we had like some DMs, some stories sent to us, but like the common thread amongst all of it was girls going on bachelor parties or girls trips and bumping into guys they knew at
Oh,
bachelor,
wow.
that were on bachelor parties,
Mhm.
and they were all acting out. Like that is,
Really?
yeah.
See, that's what, like, but you know what? I don't know. Like, even, so, Dan, he went to Puerto Rico on this bachelor trip this year, but he was only there for half of it, and then he went to New Orleans for the other half for Mardi Gras. And literally, like, halfway through the day, he called me and he was like, there's girls trying to talk to me, but I'm not talking to them back. I was like, okay. And I was like, thank you. You know? So, like, that's why I'm like, I feel like we shouldn't give all guys a bad name. Cause,
No,
like,
of course
it's not like
not.
that, but at the same time,
If
there's
Joe
so many
went on a
guys that
bachelor
are
party-
fucking disgusting.
Yeah, if Joe went on, it's all about
Disgusting.
confidence. It's all about confidence and like, are you happy in your day to day life?
Oh yeah, because this rhino situation, like, what the fuck is that?
But I still, oh god,
If I found out that my fiance did some shit like that, I would lose my mind.
I mean, wedding called off. Like,
I wouldn't go that far.
oh, I would, but
I wouldn't go that far. I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with? But okay, but you know what? This coming from someone that like, whose
Yo-
boyfriend's gotten another girl's name and a pair of tits tattooed on their leg.
we never told that story.
No, I don't
Okay,
think
we're saving that. We are saving that because
that
it-
wasn't on a bachelor trip, but it was
it's
on a boys'
literally
trip.
the reason why I started my blog. So thank you so much to Daniel. So I really do think that a lot of the guys who find it so exciting to do all these inappropriate things at bachelor parties,
Yeah.
just either they're not getting laid, they're not happy in their relationship,
Yeah.
they're not
There's,
confident.
like, some underlying reason.
Right, like
for
you,
sure.
like you have no confidence because, like Joe said, he's like, "Are you a virgin? Why is this so exciting for you?"
I don't understand. I really like wonder, but then like the other half of the DMs that I got were all just like, I mean, honestly, Anushka, like, it's just like just going to strip clubs and getting drunk. Like, that's really all there is to it. Like, I feel like the few instances where guys are like really acting out,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like there's something else going on there.
Oh yeah, I don't think that that's the majority.
Yeah, no.
It's just it's ruined it for the rest of us.
Yeah, for sure. Because now it's like, I mean, because there's such a like stigma with like bachelor parties where it's like, oh, they're going on a bachelor party, like they're all gonna cheat on their girlfriends, they're gonna get fucked up, and
Yeah, I mean, so some of the DMs about girls bumping into guys they knew and like, or plenty of people just like, oh, and the groom was cheating, blah blah. But I've literally witnessed this happening. So when I went to New Orleans for Mardi Gras a couple of years ago, I went with two of my girlfriends, and one of the guys that was on, there was a group of bachelor party guys there, and my friend knew one of the guys from like a college class or something.
Yeah.
So we ended up just like hanging out with them, and at first it was very friendly, you know, because it's almost like when you go anywhere else, and you meet people that are from where you're from, it's almost like you communicate the same way, and like, you know what I mean? So we're all just like talking, hanging out, having a good time. It's like every guy there, like by the end of the night, either cheated on their significant other or was trying to, and we literally didn't know which one the groom was, and I'm pretty sure he like disappeared throughout the night.
That's so. See that makes
Ruins
me
it for
so
everybody.
anxious.
Right.
Just in general.
Yeah,
Like,
it like gives me a pit
for
in my
me
stomach.
and for like my friends that have boyfriends, like you just never
Right.
know.
And you know what's so funny with girls? Like I think about the difference with like the stories here in bachelorette parties. Granted, girls are not angels. There's, you know,
Of course.
you know, there's plenty of girls, like you go on bachelorette parties, the girls who have boyfriends are the ones who are like, you know, flirting with guys and stuff. But girls also like flirt for attention and drinks.
Oh yeah, for
Guys
sure.
have different intentions with that. But girls with the strippers, I was friends with this girl that I used to work with, and she went on her bachelorette party, and they ordered her a stripper, even though she said so many times that she didn't want one. As soon as he walked into her hotel room, she went and hid herself in the bathroom, and she was like crying. And she was so embarrassed and just didn't want it and was so
sad.
uncomfortable. But that happens.
Yeah.
Every single bachelorette party I've been on, the girl has said beforehand, do not get me a stripper. Don't do it. Don't do it. Like, girls don't want to do that stuff at all.
Because it's just awkward.
It is awkward.
Also, I don't like want that in my face.
Oh my god, first of all, like,
You know what I mean?
these guys, like, shave their bodies. And, like, I don't need, like, somebody's prickly ass in a thumb rubbing against my arm. No, thank you. It's just, like,
It's just
not sexy at all.
That's just not like, for me, like going on a bachelor party or like a bachelor party is more just like about having fun with my friends that I like don't get to see all the time.
Right, and like
Because
the attention
even-
being on the bride
Even
and like
now, like how rare is it that like, literally even for us to like go out together, we can maybe do it like, we live down the block from each other, we go out like maybe once a month.
right,
If
exactly.
that. Like
'Cause
how rare is it to
yeah,
get
so
all
I
our
think
friends
it's
together?
it's a great excuse to be able to do that. The last bachelorette party I went on, we just went into the city and like stayed over for the night, went to a club, went to dinner, because she was having a destination wedding, and
I literally can't wait for my bachelorette party.
no wait, we literally left the club at like maybe midnight or 1
That's
o'clock.
so
We were like, why are we still here?
That's
Let's
so
go. And
funny.
we went to like try to go find food.
Aw.
And we were in bed so
kinda
early,
nice,
and we were
though.
like laughing. It was just and we had so much more fun just like laughing and like walking around the city together. That you know, like the dinner was great. We had some great drinks. We had some good laughs. You know, listened to some music, whatever. But it wasn't one of those things where it was like, yeah, we're gonna rage all night. It's like if you don't like to do that ever, why are you gonna like to do it randomly for somebody's bachelorette party?
Yeah, of course.
I can't wait for a bachelorette party.
I
feel like
cannot wait for my but I just know it's gonna be the most fun ever.
I know. I'm excited. I don't have any this year, but I have one next year. I'm hoping it's in Miami again.
Mm-hmm. You'll probably have one next year.
Oh yeah. I'll have more than one next.
Mine. Just kidding.
Maybe, but I don't know. It's sometimes it gets a little out of control though. Like some of these girls, I don't know how they afford it, or guys that they go on like
Oh, that's
for
another
bachelor
thing.
parties.
I'm like, how the fuck do guys spend so much money on bachelor parties?
Guys have disposable
Like, I feel
income
bad.
because they're not spending like $300 on a dress to be in the bridal party.
Mhm.
They don't, you know, have to color their
They
hair
don't have to
blue.
get their nails done.
Oh, that's my.
You don't have to
phone
get a
going.
facial. There's so many things that girls do
Exactly.
that guys like don't do. Guys
I know.
literally just fucking guys will go buy $100 suit and just call it a day. And
Yeah.
then wear the same like dirty dress shoes they wear to work every day.
Yeah, I know that they really have it
Literally, I get it.
so easy.
I know.
They have it so easy.
It's really different when you're a girl.
Yeah. All right.
Alright, well I think that wraps up this week's episode. It was a fun one.
Yeah.
So be sure to subscribe, rate us, and leave a review. We said we got 2 more reviews.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks to the 2 of you that left a review. If you'd like to stalk us, you can find me on Instagram at Posh and Petty.
And you can follow me at Can't Get a Text Back. Thank you guys so much for listening. And next Tuesday, we're going to come back and discuss social media in relationships.
Yes. Bye.
All right. Bye.